to the channel, guys. This is Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. First off, I'd like to announce I'm sorry for the delay in videos. I've had some technical difficulties with my microphones and my cameras, so I've had to wait for new components to come. As well as the recent uploads, I have managed to lose a few that I had pre-recorded. So essentially, we're starting from scratch all over again this year. And what a way to start. As you may have known, the last video I did, I went to Thailand and bought some products. And here is that amplifier I went and got. Very, very cheap, 9,000 watts. The brand is Power Amplifier. What more can I say? Now, as you can tell, this is a pretty big box. I'm just going to measure the box for the argument's sake. Now, because I bought this overseas, I had to bring this back. Just the box alone is 700 mil. This did not fit in 4 of the 5 suitcases we had. I literally had to fit this into a material suitcase. That's kind of why it's a little bit banged up, because it didn't have too much fun going through the airplane. But what is inside is quite nice. So here is what is included. You do have your owner's manual, which has a whole bunch of random stuff on how to wire it and fusing and everything. But the most important is the ratings. As you can see peeking through, 9,000 watts on the box, 9,000 watts. Here in the book, 1,500 at 4 ohms, 2,300 at 2 ohms. Bridged power, which is odd because it's a mono, 3,500 at 1 ohm. Doesn't say RMS, it just says max power and then bridged power. There's no fuse ratings. So why are they saying that it's 3,500 in the manual, yet on the amplifier, and then on the box, it says 9,000. Even its model number says 9,000K. We're going to test that. So let's get this thing out of the box and see what it looks like. So here it is. This amp itself is quite large. You're talking 670 mil by 230 mil by 60 mil. This is a big amplifier. Now, if it was a 9,000 watt, I could understand. But 3,500 is what it's rated. This is big. This is like Korean half-bridge style. Now, we're not going to tease you with it or anything like that. I'm simply going to open up the guts and I'm going to show you this first, because this is the reason why I bought this amplifier. Not because of the 9,000, but because of what the internals look like. First up, on this side of the amplifier, you have 8 gauge inputs, negative, negative, positive, positive. Then you have your 12 volt, your remote, and your ground. Now, these are 0 gauge or almost even oversized 0 gauge. So a dual input will definitely fit in that hole. However, as you will notice, it doesn't fit flat. So you're going to either need to use different styles. So this one will not work because it just cannot fit in and your amp is sitting flat. You may then need to change over to this style. But the problem with these style is they block the speaker terminals. So then you're having to run it like the Millennium Falcon out of Star Wars. On this side of the amplifier, you have your power and protect LEDs. No clip, unfortunately. You then have your bass controller input, which sadly is an AUX, so your 3.5mm jack, and not included. You then have your input and your outputs. You then have your gain, your low pass, your subsonic, your bass boost, and your bass boost frequency. Other than that, there's not much else to show you. So here we go, guys. So we're going to pop the back off and we're going to see what is inside. And as I said, I did buy this because of the way that the inside looked. It's quite impressive. Now, to me, that looks a lot more than 3,500 RMS. That actually looks like it will do 6,000 to 8,000 RMS. So yeah, it's quite beautiful on the inside. But is it really going to make that 9,000 watts? Or is it going to do somewhat of what I thought, which is the 6 to 7,000 RMS? Or is it going to do what the manual says? 3,500 watts, at least. Let's get it on, let's get it tested. Well, there you have it, guys. Unfortunately, this did not make its power. Not only did it not make the 9,000, it didn't make the 6,000 that I estimated it would. And it barely even got to that 3,500 at that 0.5 rating. So, not happy at all. From what I can understand, there may be something potentially limiting this amplifier to reach its maximum, because the insides of it are quite impressive. And why it did not make that rating, I'm not sure, but I guarantee you there is something stopping that and pulling this amp back from reaching its potential. Well, if you do like this kind of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. And as always, thanks for tuning in. This is Mitch from BD Audio, where we like to dyno amps down under. I'm tuning out. See ya!